The following is a presentation of TFNN. It is now time for the Diagnostic Trading Hour with your host, Darrell Martin. Now, Darrell Martin.
Alrighty, folks, welcome on back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. I'm your host, Darrell Martin. I'm back in the saddle, back in Texas. Just came back from New York City. Was out at the International Trading Expo out there. And went out there, got the great opportunity to do a speaking engagement for Nadex. And had quite a few people. I mean, the place was packed. And, there's constant traffic and everything else. It was great. Didn't have a booth, just came out and spoke. And helped educate some people. Saw some... my own students out there, which was very, very cool. And I got to meet, put some, faces to some names. And took my daughter with me, and that was a lot of fun. So she got to come out there, and she got to watch her daddy speak and go around. And it was sort of funny. There's a video on YouTube of her actually trading. And when she was 2 years old, she's almost 3. She was like 2 years and 10 months or something like that. But, which is a big difference at that age. So 2 years and 10 months. But anyway, so, I'm on the couch at night, and I'm just doing a little bit of market analysis, hanging out, sort of watching TV, and she crawls up. She's like, Daddy, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm trading. She's like, will you teach me how to trade? And I'm like, sure, And anyway, she gets, really into it. And so I go through, and I'm like, okay, when this and this and this happens, and this line's green, buy. When this happens, this line's red, then sell. And, she did it, so I was like, all right, so let's go ahead and go. And so, we're trading S&P 500 futures here, and, it's nighttime, it's Asian session, so, there was no major news or anything scheduled, so, and I was, of course, right there. I could always fix it if something happened, but I started letting her hit the buttons, and following the rules. Anyway, she just does it, and she's like, ping, ping, ping. She's just scalping out, taking 25, 50, $25. And, of course, her mom sees this happening. She runs over, my wife runs over, and, grabs the cell phone, which you gotta love that, so convenient now, and starts recording as this is going on. And so she ends up, she makes, I don't know, $150, $250, something like that, in about a span of 30 minutes, just scalping the SPOOs, the S&P 500 futures. And which is the floor traders call them the SPOOs. And it technically refers to the full-size contracts. But anyway, so, I'm teaching the floor trader vernacular, everything else. And so she loves it. She loves trading now. She comes up. She'll sit by me, and, we'll talk about the charts. And the other day we were talking about RSI divergences and everything. And, so she comes out with me, and we're walking around these different vendor booths. And just seeing, what all the cool toys they have to offer are. And one of the ladies running one of the booths is like, hey, I could teach you how to trade. And she's like, really? And he's like, yeah. She's like, what's your name? She's like, Felicity. It's my daughter's name, Felicity. And she's like, well, I've already been trading for 4 years. I can teach you about divergences and Nadex and a couple other things. And the lady just looks at her, just doesn't know what to say. She has 4 years experience at 2 years old type thing. And so it'll be hilarious. She'll be 16. She'll have, she's 6 now. So, what? 14 years of experience trading when she's in high school. So, but she loves trading. She's expanding out. She's adding on a couple other markets. And we're just, we're layering it in piece by piece. And, it's pretty basic right now, of course. But, the thing is, what I've noticed working with her is she follows the rules. To her, it's not about money because she didn't really have, obviously, a complete concept of money. And so it's not about money. And there's something to that. And, sort of like basically trade like a child. Okay? Child, if you tell them, do this, I don't know, any of you have kids, you've experienced this. You said, do this, and they did it. You're like, no, I meant do this. And they're like, well, you said do this, okay? And they were following you to the letter of the law, And, of course, they also don't, but, to stay on point. You say something, they take it literally, And they just, and if they're being obedient, they do it, all right? And the beauty in that is your profit or loss, your fear of what is happening in your account or what your spouse might be thinking about your account or what your broker might be thinking about your account or what your friends might be thinking about your account or, your fear of what tick's going up and down has nothing to do with whether or not that trade is going to be successful. What has to do with what's going to be successful is if you're trading well. You trade to trade well, which is what I call trading to, that's the Super Bowl of trading. Okay? Is, anybody who wants to go win a Super Bowl, they don't play every play to win the Super Bowl. If they did, they'd always lose. They play to get the first down. They play to stop the other team from getting first downs. They play to get enough first downs so they can eventually get touchdowns. And they play hard enough to hopefully prevent the other team from getting touchdowns on them. So at the end, they have more points than the other team. And as traders, we have to trade like that. We have to trade, in the moment on that trade, not with all the other baggage that we bring in. And, she's sick. She don't have any baggage. And so she comes in and she just follows the rules, And so huge advantage. So, she'll be one of those like child prodigies, they got little ballerinas and gymnasts winning the U.S. Olympics, and everything else at 14 years old. And they've been doing it since they were 2 years old. And so she'll be the trader of that group, maybe. We'll see. But, I let her do as much as she wants. And sometimes she takes off. She doesn't do anything. And, of course, after this trip, she's like, okay, I want you to teach me some more stuff now, so. But, I let her do it at her own pace. And, but it's there's a lot to just trading like a child. And, making your rules, making your system. Now, all that needs to account for your risk management. But that should already have been taken care of before you hit the first button. But when your rules come up and when they say do something and everything aligns the way that you say what should happen when I'm going to hit a button, then you should hit it. And it was sort of funny. I was like, so this just turned, red or green. This just turned green. I'm telling her this. And she's like, well, then this is what you do, And I'm like, okay. And she's like, but do not touch it until it changes color. And so like she's like, do not change it until it turns red. And, because I'm asking her, are you going to go long or are you going to go short? And, so she's like, I'm going to go long, and, and it's like, do not change it until it turns green. Do not change it until it turns red. I mean, she's like telling me not to touch the buttons. And, and I mean, I'm fine with that. I was just like amazed that she was so disciplined. Right out of the gate. And, that discipline is everything in trading. It's your risk management. It's your following your rules. It's not being, if you're completely sporadic in how you do things, then your results are going to be pretty sporadic. And, they may work for you some days and they blow your account out a different day. And, but by being very rules-based, having that risk management in check, then your risk management, I'm just hammering this because your risk management should not be a thought of what's happening while you're in the trade. It should be a thought of what happened before you ever sat down at the computer to place a trade. You should already know how much you're willing to risk. And, one of the big things I get all the time, and this sort of is a very enlightening thing. People always ask me, well, what size of contracts do you trade? Do you do 100? Do you do 1,000? Do you do 1? How big of trades do you place? That question, when asked, and I don't mean this to be in any way negative, but revealing, okay, is the way that I really want to put this, means that somebody has not yet mastered risk management. Because the size of your position should always be determined by the risk of your position. So if I'm willing to risk $500 and I have a risk on the trade of $5, then I will do 100 contracts or whatever, or shares or whatever. If I have a risk of $500 and I have a risk of $50 per share contract, I will do 8. So size will always come with it. And what's cool is when you have a really low risk, let's say I have a risk of $1, great, I can go do 500 contracts. Okay? And that where you make the big money, it's not on, the big risk. It's on the little risk with big position. But you don't target those. It's just when they come up, it's awesome. But also when you have maybe one that does run up and it went really big, but it also had a larger risk. So it was a smaller size. So yeah, you may have made less, but you also could have lost the same amount. But you could have lost the same amount on a 500 contract position that only had $1 as you could have on a, 10 contract position that had a $50 risk. And so, again, bring that back to that point is when someone asks me, what size do I trade or should I trade, that lets me know they don't yet have a complete handle on risk management because your risk always defines your size. But it was a great experience, and she was amazing. We got to go out with Nadex and go out with Futures Magazine and go out with some other brokers and just talk to people and to see what's going on, and had, I think, 150, 200 people in the room easy. I mean, it was wall to wall. And, went through and taught them all about Nadex and went through the spreads and how the spreads work and how to basically not get stopped out on trades. And they basically had to kick us out of the room, and then it's been another hour outside talking. And it's just a lot of fun. I love helping other traders. You know, I've been through this battle figuring out how to put all this stuff together. And it's nice to be able to give back and help others shorten their learning curve. And we got to take her out. We got to go do a couple of. She was so good. I mean, what can you do? We got to go see Spider-Man, which was pretty cool, the Broadway show out there in New York. And she got to go get a picture with him. He actually picked her up and held her. And she did the little webcast thing with her fingers. And just a very, very cool experience. She had, obviously, a lot of fun. And then we went, she wanted to see the Statue of Liberty, but due to Hurricane Sandy, the whole island is closed. And so we couldn't go out there. And so I was looking for a solution. And, I mean, it was cold and windy, and which means it was super cold. And, 10 degrees, 0 degrees, whatever is what it felt like with the wind chill. And so I was like, we're not going to do a boat on the water because that's just asking for it. And then saw helicopters. We actually went on a helicopter ride. She got to sit in the front seat of the helicopter. It was so cute. And got to see, got to fly over by, the new Freedom Tower, which is awesome. And got to go see, I was like, hey, there's Goldman Sachs. And I was like, there's NYMEX. She, like, other people were like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, she's like, that's where they trade oil and gold, and but yeah, it was a lot of that one guy didn't even the pilot didn't even know where NYMEX was, and but it was a hilarious. She's like, that's oil and gold, because we're all on our little speakers on the headset, and it was a good time. And I mean, that's what trading's about. It's about family. It's about helping other people, and there's a lot of things that it's about, but in the end, that's what it's about. But anyways, let's go ahead and get you a quick market wrap before the commercial break here. We got the S&P is down 6 points. We got the NASDAQ down almost 18. The Dow's down 13. The Russell is down 6. The gold contract right now down 25 points on that day. We got copper is down a little over 1%. We got silver down over 2%. We got corn up 4 points right now. We got soybeans. They are moving up 17 points right now. We have oil down $2 on the day. And wow. And looking over at natural gas, it is up about 0.5%. We got euro dollar down 34 pips. Pound dollar getting pounded down 135 pips. Aussie dollar down 8. U.S. yen is flat on the day. U.S. Canadian right now is up 62 pips. U.S. franc is down or up 10. With dollar index obviously positive across the board right there, showing strength pretty much against everything. So we'll be right on back. King Dollar's taking back over. Be right back right after this break.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Wealth Management. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportions of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what an asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Wealth Management financial advisor can do for you. Call Angela O'Brien, First Vice President and Financial Planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Wealth Management, LLC. Member SIPC.
with the launch of Tiger TV. TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Ken Shreve, David White, Larry Pesavento, Victor Jones, or Darrell Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing.
McEwen Mining is a high-growth, mid-tier producer in the Americas with a market capitalization of $1 billion. Experienced mining executive Rob McEwen, as chairman, CEO, and president, owns 25% of the outstanding shares of McEwen Mining and has put in place an ambitious business plan with the goal of qualifying for inclusion in the S&P 500 by 2015. With $70 million in cash and liquid assets as of the end of 2012 and completely debt-free, McEwen Mining is poised for growth. Production in 2013 is forecasted to grow at 24%, reaching 130,000 gold equivalent ounces, and over the next 3 years, McEwen Mining projects that their production will increase to 290,000 gold equivalent ounces, almost a threefold increase from last year's totals. If you'd like to find out more about McEwen Mining, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE or TSX under the symbol MUX.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to TFNN.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Alrighty, folks, welcome on back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. And just to remind you, we want to check out Nadex if you haven't done so already, okay? It is a better way to trade, hands down. And is it something new? Yes. Is it something you're going to have to learn a little bit on it? Yes. Is it that hard? No. But will it take you a little bit of effort? Yes. Okay? And one of the things I teach people is a simple acronym I came up with was WAIT, which is stop and think, okay? Why am I trading? Obviously, you have your personal reasons, but in the end, the reason you're hitting, or you have your personal reasons for the end result. But the reason why you're hitting the button, okay, is to make money. All right? Hopefully. That's your intent, is to be profitable, okay? It is not to be loyal to a stock, okay? It's not to be loyal to futures, to forex, to stocks, to ETF, to options, to Nadex, to anything, okay? It's not to be loyal to a broker. It is not to be loyal to a platform, okay? It is to make money. And so you need to always be thinking, why am I trading? When you want to accept or reject something, okay, that you're taught that comes across you, you want to think, why am I to make money? Okay, well, will this help me make money? Could it potentially help me make money? Could it help me limit my losses? Is it market noise, or is there actually an advantage here? Okay, whatever it is, whether it be an indicator, a strategy, a system, a signal, a platform, a new chart, whatever it is, could this potentially help me? Okay, if it could, then is it worth the effort? Yes, because it's going to help you towards your goal of why am I trading? All right. So before you accept something as, gold advice, all right, and, meaning like as advice that just will always work, before you reject something that, just seems complicated, new, or different, go back to and wait and think, why am I trading? I'm trading to make money. I don't care what the symbol's name is. I really don't care what exchange. I want it on an exchange because, there's obvious benefits. But I really don't care what exchange on the planet the thing's on. Okay? As long as there's some regulatory environments to keep, me relatively safe. And, today's world, right? Relatively safe. Compared to those who are just, there's nothing there. No safety nets at all. If there's an edge that could help me in the way that I currently trade, especially, I'm not even talking about always a totally new type of trading, all right? Then it's worth my time. Because it could keep me going a lot longer. So why would you be interested in checking out Nadex? If you hop over on tfnn.com, click on Nadex, why would this go into the weight? Why would this be, why am I trading? Well, it lets you limit your risk without getting stopped out. Again, limit your risk without getting stopped out. So I can go in and I can sell, I can buy, I can do whatever, and I don't have to worry. Sorry, let me grab a drink there. I don't have to worry about every little tick moving against me. And we've all had that happen, and it's painful when it happens. Nobody likes it, nobody enjoys it, and none of us want it. But it does happen. And you have all the stress of, as soon as you get in, a little stress starts kicking in, okay? And now the bigger your account size is and the smaller your risk is, the less stress you have, all right? Now, bigger account size, bigger risk doesn't change anything. But, if you're risking 1%, you can take the hit a lot and be okay. But if you're not doing that, then you know that when you go in and you put that trade on, tick down, you get excited. Tick up, you get excited. Multiple ticks up against you. Let's say you're going short. You're getting negatively excited. You're getting anxious. And the closer it gets to your stop, the more you start praying, thinking. Now you're really starting to strategize, right? What am I going to do now? Maybe I should just... Maybe I should sell another one right here, and that'd lower my entry price. Then I could get a break even a lot easier if I needed to. And all those things start going through your mind. We'll talk a little bit more about that when we get back. All right? Stay right there. We'll be right back after the break.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of tfnn.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Just recently, on December 28th, Market Insight subscribers were advised to go long the QQQ, the Nasdaq 100 ETF, on December 28th at $63.91, and only 2 trading days later, after a huge jump in the markets, Market Insight subscribers were advised to sell the QQQ at $66.64 for a $2.73 or 4.27% profit to start off 2013. At the same time, Tom O'Brien had advised his clients looking for a more leveraged trade that they could have initiated a position in the QLD, the ProShares Ultra QQQ ETF, and over the same 2 trading days, Market Insight subscribers were able to lock in a $4.48 profit or an 8.47% gain in just 1 trade. Get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during your free trial and pay nothing. Don't miss out on the next great trading opportunity in 2013. Act today. If you're an investor looking for a great weekly investment newsletter, then now is the perfect time to try out Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Every Tuesday, Ken breaks down multiple sectors in his weekly newsletter, Ultimate Growth Stocks, with a full in-depth report including specific trading recommendations within his model portfolio, charts, sector analysis, upcoming economic data, along with intra-week trading updates on newsletter positions whenever the market dictates. Right now, you can receive a full month, that's 30 days, to evaluate Ken's newsletter free of charge to see if it fits your trading plan. At less than $75 per month, Ken provides you with his expert trading advice that can pay for itself in no time. Take advantage of this great offer by signing up for a 30-day free trial to Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks today. Don't let this offer pass you by. Visit the front page of TFNN.com and sign up now. Darrell Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Darrell Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
All right, so when we last left, we were talking about why am I trading? And, obviously there's the end game, which is the, for family and to do things. But there's also just thinking, I'm trying to make money, so I'm trying to find a better way to trade that is going to help me maximize leverage, minimize my risk, and help me be a step ahead by having time to be right. And you got to put all those pieces together, and Nadex is what's helped me do that. And I think it can help you do that, so I definitely suggest you check it out. If you go over to TFN.com, click on the Nadex banner, click on Our Products, you can get a demo account. It takes about 15 seconds. Put in your username, first name, last name, phone number, and email address, and you'll be able to hop right on there and get instant access. Literally about 15 seconds. They'll send you an email with the password in it, and you can hop right on in. And then also go over here to create account. You can fund an account within about 5 minutes from start to funded. And so before the basically before this next segment comes back after the commercial break, you could actually have a live Nadex account. Only $100 to fund and day trade. To start day trading. So very, very cool. And, back on topic real quick with a little New York thing, and then we're going to talk about the Fed funds rate when we come right back. But show you a couple pictures right here. This is a new Freedom Tower, which is pretty cool. It's going up right now. Should be completed pretty soon, so sometime the next year here. And will be the tallest building in the state, obviously the tallest building in New York City. And the gorgeous tower, they're putting that up there. And and I think it's a great memorial. I think it's a good way to respond to what's going on and to what happened. And right here, pretty cool picture of Statue of Liberty, but they have all sorts of damage and everything, so they're getting everything all cleaned up and fixed up right now. And this is one of my favorite pictures. So this is a Wall Street bull right here, and with my little girl. She's having a good time there. And it's freezing cold, but she's being a champ. And so had to get a picture by the bull, there in Cable Park there. And there's her being a co-pilot. And us right before we're about to hop on the plane, or not the plane, but the chopper there. So it's a good time. It's a lot of fun. All right, so I thought I'd share a little bit. Some of y'all know who I am, so I'd like to, just let you know what's going on. All right, so we got, let's do a quick summary on the announcements that have been out and what's all's been going on since I headed on out to New York, and then we'll come back and we'll focus, like I said, on the Fed funds right here in a minute. Let's see here. We got Sunday, let's see, new motor vehicle sales were worse than expected on the Aussie. Then over on Monday, Draghi had a little speech, whatever. Monetary policy meeting minutes came out on the Aussie dollar. And obviously had a pretty decent impact on that. We'll pull that up real quick. And let me see, let me get it. One other chart. I think it'll be a little better for this. Here we go. And I'll pull that one up. But it's been getting pretty pounded right there, as you can see. But just pulling it on back and looking at the last few days here. So Monday, so that report came out in the evening right over here. And as you can see, then the Aussie started gaining some strength based on this, their meeting minutes and everything that came out. Of course, it started giving that strength back a little bit later. And as the several reports came out, but New Zealand dollar, their governor came out and spoke as well for the RBNZ. And then over on Wednesday, where we're at right now, we had the pound meeting minutes get released a little bit earlier today. And that's pounded. I mean, it's literally been such a hard hit right there. 3:30, which would be 4:30 Eastern time. So when that came out, the climate count change came out better than expected. The unemployment rate came out worse than expected. And the MPC meeting minutes were, basically there's just, it wasn't the vote, it was the actual minutes. And people weren't excited about what they saw. And the pound dropped in value quite a bit. And then over here in the U.S., we had a couple other things. We'll pull this up right here. We had the building permits come out. They came in out basically at expectations. PPI came out under expectations. We saw the market basically take a bit of a nosedive this morning. And let's see, right here. There we go. And let's see what other. We also the housing starts came in worse than expected. It's a medium impact report. Medium impact means small impact and less greatly significant than expected. So it did come in, a decent amount enough under expectations that it was a market event. And so the next thing we have to do is we have to go in and let's look at a couple other things. I'm going to log in to my Nadex account. And let's see here. We've already had a big move, so I'm going to see if it's even possible on Nadex right now. Let me get rid of any open, working, whatever positions I got on there. Okay. Now, let me pull it up so you can see. All right. I'm going to check out the commodities. I'm going to go over here to gold. And I'm going to look at the weeklies. A lot of people think, oh, gold, I can't trade it. Well, we're going to see if there's anything tradable. The reason I say I can't trade it because it closes at 1:30 with the pit. But the binaries actually stay open later. And that doesn't mean there is a good trade. It just means there may be a good trade. So we're going to go check out the weeklies. Now, I always want to look at deviations, okay? And so if you don't have those, definitely hop on over to our website at tfn.com, and you can subscribe and get access to the deviations, get access to the spread scanner. And I'll log in real quick to that, and I'll show you what that looks like. And let's see here. Also, one advantage is actually gives us till 5 o'clock because it'll keep moving. And let's see. Let me in. There we go. All right. So going on over here, logging in, and I'm in. Okay. So deviations. Let's see what we have on our gold market down here. Got gold. And obviously, I know we've already had some pretty decent moves on gold. So let me pull up a chart on that. And there we go. All right. Sorry, some alerts going off. That's not somebody at the door. And let's see here. Let's break this down to 1 minute. And we are almost at a 3 deviation level. That is interesting. Okay. So just a massive, massive drop overnight there. And let me add in one more thing. I'm going to change my, I want to change in the overnight data. There we go. Okay. I should load that up for us. Lets us see all the market action overnight and everything, which is obviously helpful for multiple reasons. And yeah, we'll just tilt to show us 10 days of data. I'll give it 1 second because it's going to load 10 days, 1 minute, build each one of them up. All right, so now that we have that, we can go, okay, you know, we're right near a 3 deviation and a 2 deviation. 3 is a lot. I mean, that's a huge move. I'd be sort of shocked if it went past it, but we'll see. Okay, so back on over to Nadex. Sorry, I got a little topic there. I was just like, wow. And we can't trade the spreads right now because they closed at 1:30. We can't trade the daily binaries because they closed at 1:30, but the weeklies are open till 5. They close at 1:30 on Friday. So they basically close at 5, open at 6, and then every day, and then they'll close at 1:30 on Friday. So what do we have? Well, if we actually do push down to 1573, we got a trade right there. That's not even that. I mean, if it's going to move, it could move. So there is a possibility. That'd be a big move. But 1554, it'd be like another, 25 points. And then, let's see. Let's look on the upside. What if we popped up? Let's see if we're at 1579. It'd be like 1604. Okay, so here's a potential trade. And I'd like to even see if we could go higher than that, but that's still a massive move. That's 25 points up, 25 points down. So this is one trade to look at. All right, so I'm going to, take this one out, and we're going to do really light on this. I just want to do this as an example, okay? But if I go in and do this trade, I'm looking at 25 bucks risk. If I get out of either side for 50, then I'm making, all right, 25 bucks is 100% return. And I have until 1:30 on Friday for gold to move up or down 25 points. That's actually not a bad trade, considering it could easily move 25 points in a day, and it could move 25 points off these meeting minutes. So let's go ahead and we'll just place that trade. It's really small, okay? So place order, place order. Now we're going to go over here to open positions. I'm going to open a couple trades up. And these are the ones, again, let me close all these tickets out. If I open this one up, and I go over, and I open this one up, now I can go in and I can put a take profit, okay, to buy it back at 50. All right, so sold it at 88.50, buy it back at 50. I can put a take profit on this one to, so we got that one, and then the one that I bought, I can put in a take profit to sell it at 50. And then I can just check my working orders, make sure they are there, okay? And there we go. Oh, whoops, did both sides at the same time. It's not good. That'll cause double the position. Do not do that. All right, so this one, I think I had it right the first time when I opened it up. So buy back the sold one at 50, and then sell back the bought one at 50. There we go. That's why I always double check those take profit orders. But anyway, so we all do it. That's why we all double check. And there's just bid-ask spread right there. That's my P&L right now. So we have the announcement coming out in 15 minutes. All right, so we got that trade done. And then let me see here. What I can do on this is just open this up. So what I did is I sold the weekly, okay? So again, I sold the weekly gold right there, and it was the 1554.5. So if we go in, and what I'll do is I'll copy this and paste it over in the Tiger Data so you can know what strike it is. Let's see here. And then I bought the weekly gold. All right, there we go. All right. So sorry about that. So got those in there. Okay, so sold that, bought that, and that gets our trade on. Now the other thing we can do is we can check out is the Forex binaries. So let's check out the Aussie dollar. It's usually one of the big movers whenever we have interest rate reports like this. And so we're going to go and we're going to do one other trade. This one will be quick and easy. Okay. I'm going to go and check it in. We're going to do an Aussie dollar right here. I'm going to sell the 1.0251. Okay, so sell 1.02521. We'll just throw a 1 on again. I just want to do an example for you. And this is fun to do. And then go in here, we're going to buy the 1.0281. Okay. Put that on. All right. And then we're going to go down here and we're going to go to our working orders again. And now what I want to do is I want to add on a take profit order. So I sold this one, I want to buy it back, but I'm going to buy this one back at 57. That's usually what I like to buy back at. The other one I have weekly, so a little more time. That's why I did 50. This one I have till 3 o'clock. And this one I bought, I want to sell at 43. 43. I'm trying to type right. Okay. So that gives me a sort of a Fed funds rate type trade that I can take advantage of. And both of those being ones that should usually impact the market pretty decently based on what comes out of the meeting minutes. There shouldn't be any massive surprises, but people are looking for a lot of things. And with all the interest rate things going on over in Australia right now and all the interest rate stuff going on right here in the U.S., that makes it a good combination pair that could really have a lot of volatility in there. And now what we're looking for is simply some decent movement over on either one of those instruments. Another cool thing is if either one of them is profitable, it'll cover the loss on the other one. If both are profitable, we come out ahead. So we actually make money. If either one goes up and down a lot, then we'll at least break even on the total of both positions. But if both go up or down a decent amount, then we'll make some good money. All right, we'll be right back after this break.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on Chinese stocks, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor, Foresight Fund Services, LLC. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Recently, Basil Chapman has had some outstanding trades in his newsletter, The Opening Call. Each morning by 9 a.m., Basil uploads his newsletter to the TFNN servers so that his subscribers can access his expert trading advice. Basil gives his take on the direction of key indices and updates any active trades that his subscribers are currently in. Just recently, Basil subscribers closed out a short position in Chipotle Mexican Grill, CMG, for more than an $86 profit per share, over a 20% gain in just one position. If you'd like to try out Basil Chapman's newsletter, The Opening Call, then visit the front page of TFNN.com and click Trading Newsletters. There you'll find Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, where you can request a free sample copy. Also, don't miss Basil's program, The Tiger Technicians Hour, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, on TFNN.
Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, has helped subscribers for over 10 years navigate the high-risk world of exploring and producing gold companies. And now's a great time to sign up for a free month-long trial to see the kind of insight that Tom delivers for his subscribers on a weekly basis. Every Monday, Tom O'Brien issues a quick update on the metal market, giving you his take on the HUI, XAU, GLD, dollar, bonds, and much more. Tom follows Monday's update with a full gold report, which is delivered to subscribers Tuesday afternoon with detailed coverage of 24 separate gold or metal stocks, as well as another 10 to 15 stocks that he lets you know are on his potential watch list. Get your month-long free trial to the Gold Report today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Don't spend another year navigating the metal markets on your own. Act early in 2013 and make the most of your gold and metal market investments.
Join David White as he keeps you up to date on the latest tech stocks while he uses his Power Law Vector Indicator to identify the best trades. The Power Trading Hour, next on TFNN.
All right, folks, welcome on back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. This is Darrell Martin, and we're going through just looking at some potential setups, some potential trades that you can take advantage of. And so we were talking about just the FOMC announcements. They're about to come out, and it's the meeting minutes. You know, it's not the major big thing, but we do have those meeting minutes coming out. And so, you know, we also have the meeting minutes come out on the pound. You saw how there was a nice big move on that. We're going to go ahead and trade the Aussie dollar and gold for this. We're doing a straddle on both of them. And we'll see how it goes very soon. So announcement comes out here in about 6 minutes. It'll take off. We have till 3 o'clock. We have basically an hour to be right on the Aussie dollar one. We have, you know, days to be right on the gold contract. So you can, like I said, take advantage of both of those trades. And again, we went in and we bought the 1.0554 weeklies right there. Okay, so we bought those. And so if gold show, basically, or sorry, why is it moving like that? There you go. Come on up. All right, there it goes. And there, that's where the confusion is. Okay, so we bought the 1604.5 weeklies. All right, So since we bought those, and we bought it for about $15, then what that allows us to do is basically make money if it goes up to 1604.5 or higher. Really, we don't even have to wait for it to go that high, but we are going to wait for it to go that high by the end of the week. Okay, so it's a pretty cool trade that we can do, and put it on and take advantage of it. So if the market goes up, then we're able to take advantage of this trade. Okay, and now we're able to sell. All right, over here, we can sell the 1554.5 weeklies. Okay, so we can sell these weeklies. And right here, so sell the gold. All right, if you don't know what that is, I just want to make sure you understand. What you do is you go and you click on binaries, metals, okay, or commodities, binaries, then go to gold. So commodities, binaries, and the Nadex platform, then click on gold. Once you do that, then you're able to go in and choose the weekly. So I should click on the word weekly. That'll bring up the entire price ladder. With that, you then click on that buy side and simply enter a quantity of 1. Okay? So a quantity of 1 on that. We'll take care of that for you. And then you hit place order. I mean, it really is that simple. So, anyways, if you have any questions on that, definitely send me an email. Let me know. Okay, and this gives us just a couple cool trades that we can take advantage of, and it's a little bit different, but it's a cool thing to do because you're not worrying about direction. You're just saying, hey, I think there'll be a decent impact, and one of them, any kind of impact in a few minutes, and that works out great. Any of the other ones, impact, till the end of the week, and it works out great. If both work out, I make quite a bit of money. If only one works out, I break even. If both lose, I think the total loss is about $50 on the entire thing. So, check that out if you haven't done it already. There's a lot of ways you can trade on Nadex, and a lot of people go, this is just confusing. It's not confusing. It's no more, I guess you could say, confusing than an option chain. I mean, if you go over and you look at options on gold, then, you're going to see quite a bit as well. So if I go over here and I go, show me gold, and I pull it up, then what's going to happen? I'm going to get all these different options that come up. I'm only showing 10 of them. If I show all of them, and I got all these different options in here and all this different information going on. Okay? Actually, I have a lot more confusing choices. So, check that out and look at it. It's actually a lot simpler than you think it is. You just got to spend a little time. And hop over to TFNN, check out the Diagnostic Spread Analyzer. We have tutorials step-by-step walking you through this and how to put it all together. All right, I hope you all have a great day, a safe day. It's great being back, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Stay tuned for another great show right after this.